Hello everyone, welcome to TspApp. Today we are going to study class 6th SST chapter India, that is Bharat. Okay, so this is a very interesting chapter because it talks about the various names of India given by different people at different time period. In this chapter we will first see the basic introduction, then we will see the endonyms of India, and then we will see the exonyms of India. Let's start with the basic introduction. We will cover all the topics one by one. Now the first topic here is subcontinent or Indian subcontinent. Let's understand what is Indian subcontinent. First, let's see the world map. I hope you all know that this is the world map, and here we can see the different continents of the world. For example, this is African continent, Africa. This is Asia. Here we have Australia. Here we have North America and South America. So these are the different continents. And what is subcontinent? Subcontinent is that which is a part of continent. How do we define a continent? Continent is actually a large landmass, okay, continuous landmass. Whereas subcontinent is a part of continent, but it has a distinct culture, distinct tradition, distinct geographical features. Okay, for example, let's see the Indian subcontinent. Whenever I will say subcontinent, you must know that I'm not talking about just India. I'm talking about all the countries which are in the subcontinent. So what all includes Indian subcontinent? The whole countries, whole area which you can see, all the countries which are in this circle are part of the Indian subcontinent. For example, Pakistan is also part of Indian subcontinent. Some parts of Afghanistan is also Indian subcontinent. India is a part of Indian subcontinent. Here we have Bangladesh. Here we have Bhutan. So all these countries, Nepal, are part of Indian subcontinent. Okay, because they have a distinct culture. They are geographically different from the whole Asia. Okay, now we have Indian subcontinent. In today's time, India is a nation state. What is a nation state? Do you know the meaning of nation? Nation means country. Okay, nation means desh, country. Nation state. What is a state here? State is not that state that we talk about like Assam or Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Madhya Pradesh. All these are not, these are states, but here we are talking about a different state. Here the word state means the term state which comes from political science. In political science, state means a territory which is sovereign, which has a government, or simply I will say state means country. So India is a nation state in today's time. And how do we define a nation state in today's time? It is a state which has a defined borders. Do you know that different kings used to rule over India, and their kingdoms used to grow in size and become small after some wars if they lost the war? Okay, so this is how the borders used to shift. But in today's time, India has a fixed borders. The borders of India is fixed because India has a fixed area, a fixed territory, and those people who live in this area, they are fixed citizens of India. We know that they are citizens. Okay, so we have a fixed population, defined population, and we have some states of India. States, for example, we have Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, Gujarat. Okay, so these are all the states of India. This shows that India is today modern nation state. But was this situation similar in the history? No. In history, the Indian subcontinent, what we are talking about, Indian subcontinent, not just India, Indian subcontinent, the boundaries of the Indian subcontinent used to be very shifting. It was not fixed because sometimes a king had very large territory. Sometimes they lost the territory and they had to leave a specific part of India to some other king. Okay, so this is how the boundaries used to shift over thousands of years. Next term we have is inhabitants. Who are inhabitants? Inhabitants are those people who live in a particular place, those people who are denizens, they are citizens of a specific area, a specific country. Inhabitants, they live in that place. Okay, so that is inhabitants. Next, what is the other basics of this chapter? So we will study the sources of information. In this chapter, whatever we are talking about, the different names of India, it comes from the sources, different various sources of information. What are these sources? The first sources that we will refer to is ancient texts. What are ancient texts? Ancient texts, for example, we have the Rig Ved. Do you know that there are 4 Veds in India? We have the Rig Ved, Sam Ved, Yajur Ved and Atharv Ved. So we have 4 Veds, and in this chapter we will refer to specifically Rig Ved. Rig Ved is the oldest Ved. Okay, so this is an example of ancient text, old text. We will also refer to Vishnu Puran. Do you know the meaning of Puran? Puran, Purana. Okay, old, the old stories, the Vishnu Puran. We will also refer to Mahabharat, the great battle of Mahabharat, the names that is referred to for India. Okay, we will also refer to the accounts of travelers. Do you know who are travelers? Travelers are those people who come to India. They come for exploring India, to write about India. For example, we have Ibn Battuta. He wrote a book called Rehla. Okay, so he used to write book called Rehla, and in Rehla he describes a special nut. You have to tell me the name of the nut. That he describes the nut to be in very large size, like the shape of human head. And he describes that that nut has 2 eyes and 1 mouth. What is that nut? The name of the nut is coconut. Okay, so this is how the ancient travelers used to describe about different things when they discovered different objects in India. Then pilgrims. Who are pilgrims? Pilgrims are those people who go to some other place to do some religious, to visit some religious places, religious temples, religious mosque. Okay, so India is a place where we have the Hindus and Jainism and Buddhism. All these religions took birth and they expanded in India. Okay, so Buddha was born in India. Tirthankars, they were in India. So this is why different pilgrims used to come to India from different parts of the world. We'll see this when we'll talk about China in the later part of the chapter. Another source is inscriptions. Inscription are, you can see in the picture, these type of papers, rolls, manuscripts, books, old books. These are called inscriptions. So this is how we are going to study about this chapter. We'll start with the first set of names that we call endonyms. What is endonyms? How Indians named India. Let's see the first. So our story starts with 2 names or 2 major terms, 2 categories first of all. First is Sapta Sindhva and then regional identities. Let's see the first, Sapta Sindhva. So this is the screenshot of your book, which says that in Rig Ved we get the name Sapt Sindhva. What is the meaning of Sapt? Sapt means 7. Okay, and Sindhva. What is Sindhva? Sindhva is the land of 7 rivers. The Sapt Sindhva, the land of 7 rivers. Can we count the 7 rivers? Yes, we can count. You will see that in the northwestern part of India, we have in this part 7 rivers. The Indus river system has mainly these rivers. For example, we have the Sindhu river, the Indus river, we have the Vitastha river, Jhelum river, Ashkini, Chenab. Okay, I will mark it here. We are talking about the Sindhu river, the Indus river, Vitastha, Jhelum, Ashkini, Chenab, Vipasha, Bias, Parushni, Ravi, Sutudri, Satluj, and the Saraswati river. Saraswati river is in today's time it is dry right now. Okay, so it is not a perennial river, it gets dried, but we are counting Saraswati river also, so that makes a total of 7 rivers in this area. So that is why this area is called the Sapt Sindhva. And in this, because this area comes in Indian subcontinent, so that's why we are calling it a name for the Indian subcontinent, Sapta Sindhva. Okay. Then we have the regional names. For example, the regional names are Kashmir. You can see this area is called Kashmir in the ancient texts. Describe this area as Kashmir. Kurukshetra. Do you know where it was the grand battle of Mahabharat, the large battle of Mahabharat fought? It was fought on the battlegrounds of Kurukshetra. Where is Kurukshetra right now? It comes in the state of Haryana. Then we have the Kutch, Gujarat, we have Kerala, Kerala, we have Bengal, and we have Pragjyotish, that is today's Assam. So these are the different regional names. Now let's see the slide that mentions all these names. Here we have the names. So first of all, we will start with Saptasindhva. Saptasindhva is mentioned in the Rig Veda. Rig Veda, and it refers to the land of 7 rivers. Now what is Sindhva? We understood Sapt means 7. What is Sindhva? Sindhva has come from the word Sindhu. What is Sindhu? Sindhu we saw is the name of river. But Sindhu is in a general term, it refers to any river. It is a term which is used for any river. Okay, Sindhu means river, simply. So Saptasindhva means the land of 7 rivers. Okay. Do you know what is the meaning of Punjab? The land of 5 rivers. Panch, Punjab. Okay. Similarly, we have the regional other names. For example, we have Kashmir, Kurukshetra. We have seen all these things. Okay. So these are the names which are mentioned in our ancient text Mahabharat. Okay. So this is how we have named India and the different parts of India. So you can match with the names that we say when we are singing the national anthem of India. We say Punjab, Sindh, Gujarat, Maratha, Dravin, Utkal, Banga. Okay, so when we sing the national anthem, we say these names. So these names have come from similarly the Mahabharat names also. Punjab, Sindhu, today's Sindh, which is currently in the area of Pakistan. Then Gujarat, then Maharashtra, Maratha, Dravin means South India, which consists of Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh. Utkal means Odisha, and Banga means Bengal. So this is how the national anthem also mentioned these names. Next, the terms for the entire subcontinent. What did we see right now? First, we saw that India. India is named in 2 ways. First is the endonyms. Endonyms means those names which are given by people of India. So Indians gave the name to India. And then we have exonyms, the name which is given by those people who are from outside other countries. Okay, exonyms. Now endonyms are also of 2 types. One is those for the entire, one is for the regional names, and one is for the entire subcontinent. We saw Kashmir, we saw Saptasindhva. These refer to only a specific region, not whole of India. But right now in this slide we will see the names for entire India, the whole India. Okay. So we have the first name for the entire subcontinent, Bharatvarsh. Bharatvarsh has come from the Rig Veda, which mentions about Bharat. What is the meaning of Bharatvarsh? The country of Bharat. Bharats. Who are Bharats or Bharat? That this name is actually the name of a Vedic group. Vedic group means a special tribe. We call them Aryans. Okay, so there was a special tribe group called Bharatas, and from them we have given the name the land of country of Bharatas, Bharatvarsh. Okay, so do you know the history of India, Aryans? We believe, according to Rig Veda, also mentions this, that there were people who migrated from Central Asia or northwestern part of India, northwestern part, and they settled in this part of Saptasindha area. We call them Aryans. They brought the ancient Hindu religion, the culture, the Vedic traditions. Okay, Sanatan Dharma, it was brought by them, Aryans. Okay, so this is how we name that this area, the whole continent, as the land of Bharatas, Bharatvarsh. Another name is Jambu Dweep. What is Jambu Dweep? Jambu Dweep means the land of fruit of jamun tree. Do you know that India is famous for jamun fruit? India produces jamun fruit. So that's why the continent, this subcontinent, this area is called the island of jamun trees, native jambul or Malabar plum trees. Okay. Even Ashoka used this term. Ashoka, you know, the famous king Ashoka, he used this term Jambudvip in 250 BCE in his inscriptions to describe whole of India. And when we say the whole of India, Indian subcontinent, we are also referring to Pakistan, Bangladesh, parts of Afghanistan, because these countries, if you will see the map of India, the whole of this area is Indian subcontinent. So it includes Pakistan, it includes parts of Afghanistan, it includes Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh. All these countries are actually part of the Indian subcontinent. Okay. Next, geographical definition. Okay, so we have the another ancient text, Vishnu Puran. Vishnu Puran defines this area as Bharat. Okay, so the previous slide called it Bharatvarsh. Now we are talking about Bharat. Okay, the whole area as Bharat. Okay, this is the country Bharat, which lies to the north of the ocean and south of the snow mountains. If you will see the map of India, you will find that India is that country which is in the north of the what is written here, north of the ocean. So we have the Indian Ocean in this part, in the south part. Okay, so the north of Indian Ocean and south of Himalayas, we have the Indian subcontinent. So this is how Bharat, the Rigved, the Vishnu Puran mentions about Bharat. Another term is mentioned in Tamil literature. Tamil literature says that this Bharat is actually, poems from ancient Tamil literature says that Bharat is used for the area which is from Cape Kumari in the south to the north, where we have the mountains, and in the east and south, in the east and west, we have the oceans. So that means, if you will see the map of India, we have Cape Kumari. Cape, do you know what is Cape? Cape means land which is protruding in the sea. Cape. Okay, so Cape Kumari, Kanyakumari, here we have the Cape Kumari. From Cape Kumari to the Himalayas, in the east and west, where we have the oceans or water, sea, this land which is in between all these things, we have the India. This is called India or Bharat. Okay? So this is how the term Bharat got its name, the India got its name. Okay, so Bharat is an indigenous name. It is the name which is given by Indians, not by some foreigners. Okay, now let's see the next source. The next source is this. In the constitution, our constitution starts with this line: India, that is Bharat, shall be a union of states. So this is the first line of our constitution, and the first line itself names the country as India and Bharat. Okay, do you know our constitution is written in two languages? Our constitution is written in first in English, and then it was translated to Hindi. Okay, so the term India, that is Bharat, was translated in Hindi as Bharat Arthat India. The English constitution starts with the line India, that is Bharat, and the Hindi constitution of India starts with the line Bharat अर्थात इंडिया. This means both the terms India and Bharat are of equal importance. None is more important. Both are equal. Though both have been given equal importance. Our book also mentions what is a constitution. So constitution is a document which spells out the basic principles and law of a nation. Every country has the main book of law, main supreme book of law, that is called the constitution. Okay, all the government, all the officers, all the police, everyone in the country gets power from the constitution. ठीक है. So this is the constitution, and our constitution which was written in 1949, and it came into effect in 1950 when we celebrated the first republic day, 26 January 1950. So this, from this day India got its name India, that is Bharat, okay, officially. So we have completed the first topic, which is endonyms. Now we'll move on to exonyms, the names of India which is given by those people who came from different parts of the world. Now why did they came to India? They came to India for, first of all, doing trade. Why? Because India is a country which has high amount of textile, spices, gemstones. So they used to come to India and trade these things. India was also the land of religion, religious, spiritual, pious land. Okay, so Vedic philosophies or Buddhism or Jainism, all these religions can trace its root to India. So that's why different people from China or Korea or Indonesia or different parts of the world, they came to India for doing pilgrimage, okay, visiting religious sites. Academic pursuits. What is pursuit? What is the meaning of pursuit? Let's search. We will tap the word pursuit and we will see the meaning. Pursuit means the act of pursuing, means chasing, the act of acquiring. Okay, so academic pursuit, gaining knowledge, gaining education, academic pursuits. So these people, different people from different countries came to India to study in the Indian universities. India had mainly two famous universities. One was this Nalanda University and other was Takshashila. Okay, so these were those universities. They were actually one of the oldest universities, and those universities which attracted students from all over the world. Okay, then other reasons are diplomacy. India is a land where we have the wealth, and when we have wealth, we have kings, and we have kings, then there will be some diplomacy, winning battles, losing battles. So different kings used to send ambassadors, political ties, making friends with other countries, other kingdoms, okay, fighting with enemies. All these reasons attracted different people. And last reason is exploration. What is exploration? Exploration means finding out new things, exploring, okay, curiosity about different places. For example, who discovered India? Like, who was the European person who discovered India? So we give this credit to Vasco da Gama. Okay, so this is how different people were coming in India. This is the reason. First people who came to India are Persians. Persians are those people who in today's time they live in Iran area, in the areas of Iran. Okay, so Persian people, they came in 6th century BC and they adopted from the word Sindhu, the name of the river Sindhu. They gave the name to India as Hindu. Okay, Sindhu, Hindu. Here Hindu does not mean the term, religious term Hindu. Okay, here Hindu means only the land which is after the Sindhu river. If you will see, this is the world map. Here we have India and here we have Iran or Persia, ancient Persia. They used to come from the northwestern part of India, and that's why they have given the name Hindu. Here we have the Sindhu river, okay, Indus river, Sindhu river, and the land which is beyond the Sindhu river is Hindu. Hind. Okay, so Hindu here does not means the term religious term Hindu. Next, after Persians, who gave the name to India? They were the Greeks. Greeks gave the name Indoi, Indique. Why did they give the name Indoi? Because they adopted the word Hindu, and there is a problem in Greek language that there is no H sound, H sound. Okay, so Hindu will become Indu, I, Indoi, Indique. So this is how Greeks used to call India. After them, we have the Chinese people. Chinese people called India as Yintu, from the word Sindhu, Yintu, Hindu. This is how they used to call India. Other names are Tianzu. Now this term has come from the Chinese word which means heavenly master. The master of the heaven. Heaven, you know, the place where gods live, the land of the god. Now, which god are we talking about? The Chinese are talking about. Chinese are talking about India to be the land of Buddha. Buddha, the god. Then here we have another traveler who came to India, Xuanzang. Okay, he visited India in the 7th century CE, and he used to collect Buddhist texts and translate them to Chinese language. So this is how different people were coming in India, Chinese coming in India, and they were translating different words, different texts, and they were calling the country with different names. Okay. And at last, the last name of this chapter, we saw the term Hindu. Hindu will become, after so many years, around 1800 years ago from today, the term came Hindustan. The Sthan, the place of Hindus. Okay, the Hindustan. And this term Hindustan will be used later on by different invaders. Do you know the story of Muhammad Ghazni, Lodhi? Okay, different Khiljis, different invaders who came to India. They used this term Hindustan, and with time Hindustan became a same name to India or Bharat. So Hindustan. With this, we have completed all the names. Here we have the summary of this chapter. First, we saw the name Sindhu. From Sindhu, we got Hindu, Hindu to Indu, and Indu to the Chinese term Yintu. Ancient India, called India as Jambudvip or Bharat. Jambudvip because of the native flora, jamun trees, and Bharat because of the Vedic group Bharatas. Then Persians called India as Hind, Hindu, or later on Hindustan. It is adaptation from the term Sindhu. Greeks called India as Indoi, Indique. It is derived from the Persian term Hindu. Then Chinese gave the name Yintu or Yindu, and Tianzu. It is adopted from the term Sindhu, and Tianzu is adopted from the in the respect of Buddha. Okay. After these, we have the Latin or English and the French. The Europeans, they adopted the Greek term of Indoi, Indique, and they gave the term India. And it is derived from the Greek Latin roots. French gave the term Inde because of the Latin. Okay? So this is how the term India came, Bharat came, and the different names of India came with time. So with this, we have completed this chapter. I hope you understood this chapter. If you want to practice the questions in this chapter, you can attempt the mock test which is given in TspApp. You can open the slideshow and make your notes. You can read the mind map. You can read the ebook here. Okay, so all these things are present in TspApp. You can download the TspApp and start studying. Thank you for watching.